Fine, he is getting back into Runescape, and he asked me to help him out a little bit. So I've been playing Runescape for a good long while. As you can see by my skills over here, I've got all of them at least level 99. In fact, all of them are at least 101, I think. Oh, no, fletching's still 100. So, yeah, anyways, right now, you know, I'm just getting ready to help him out with some farming stuff. He's in the Discord chat with me. His name is Danny. Go ahead and say hello, Danny.
Hello.
All right.
How's everyone?
Yeah.
And for reference's sake, the last time I logged into RuneScape was, I want to say, about either 2012 or 2013.
Yeah, it's been a little while for him. So, anyways, I am going to be helping.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So, you know, the main purpose of my stream is to help him out, but hey, you know, some of this stuff that I end up doing to help him might actually help you. Alright, so, I assume you have Twitch open and can see what's going on my screen now, right, Danny?
No, I'm actually doing it on YouTube, but we'll see.
Oh, that's fine. Same difference.
Yeah, your UI is vastly different than mine.
Yeah, well, the quests are just there temporarily. So, do you see this, an icon that looks like this on your little ribbon?
No, my ribbon and your ribbon look vastly different.
Okay. In that case, try going into the settings, and you should be able to, let's see, are you, let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? Jeez. So, is your UI like the default UI, basically? From,
Probably.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. 1 second here. Okay, yeah, good. I already went ahead and entered my PIN. I didn't want to show that on stream. Just want to be safe. Okay, so... Well, so you're saying you don't see a little lock on the side of your ribbon there? Is what you're saying?
I do not.
Okay, well, that's okay. There's a way around that. Let's see. If you go into your controls settings here, I should be able to find it if I scroll down far enough. Yeah, okay. If you go into your controls settings and hit lock interface customization, you can assign a keybind to that. I just like using L because it's, you know, short for lock.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to find.
Yeah. I think what it says is I am in legacy mode.
Oh, you're in legacy mode. Okay. Yeah, so that won't actually let you do that then. Okay, that explains it. So, let's see, how to get out of legacy mode. If you go to, I believe it's... Just give me a moment to find it. Here we go. Alright, so, I'm going to go to settings, legacy settings. I'm actually going to go ahead and set myself to legacy interface mode, just so I can see. Does this look more like what you have, Danny?
No. Oh, yeah, now it does. Now it does.
Okay. Alright, so, yeah, you go into your settings, you know, by hitting escape and then click on the settings button here.
Okay.
And then bring down the interfaces window, go to appearance, open legacy settings, and then just untick the legacy interface mode option, and it should switch to the RS3 interface.
Yeah, interfaces, and where was it again?
Okay, settings, interfaces, appearance,
Yeah.
and legacy settings.
Appearance, okay.
Also, apparently that just goes down to this legacy drop-down menu here. And you just want to...
Holy crud. That changed everything.
Yep. Alright, now there should be a little lock button on, like, the ribbon, which is probably still at the bottom right for you. So, for everyone who's watching, I'm just having Danny, show me his quest list. I'm in Discord with him, so he can just send me a snapshot of it. And so I can point out to him some quests that he should really focus on getting done, that unlock, really important features in the game. For example, I want to show off how to do a really awesome farming run, and you need to do My Arm's Big Adventure in order to unlock one of the herb patches. Let's see, I believe that's a medium quest. There.
Oh yeah, yeah. Even though I'm probably not optimal, I could probably take these guys.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, it's still gonna take a screenshot or two, but
Yeah, you can also, if you go to your quest settings here, you can tick this little box to hide the ones that you've done, and that'll make it just so that all you'll show me is the ones. Oh, you can also hide the mini quests too, because most of them don't have anything that's too important as far as progression, the sort of stuff I'd be definitely recommending to get done as quickly as you can.
yeah. So you said settings.
Yeah, so if you click the icon that looks like this on the ribbon here, it brings up the Adventures tab. I think you can also hit F3 for that by default.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hide done. Okay, so yeah, only 2 screenshots are needed.
Yep. Yeah, that'll make things a little easier. Alright, now, Danny, do you see what I have in my inventory here? I have my inventory open in the bottom right here. I've got some bunch of seeds. Don't worry about this. You probably don't have the modified botanist mask. That just makes things a little easier for me with teleports. I've also got some fire runes, some law runes, specifically 2 of each. Although you won't need those.
I remember that's teleportation.
Yeah, you won't need those yet because you haven't done My Arm's Big Adventure, but that just allows you to teleport to Trollheim. Let me bring up the map so I can show you.
Got it.
Just teleports you up to here, and from there you actually need to make your way over to here, where the herb patch is, when you're actually doing that.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay, how'd you bring up the map there?
The map, I just press the M key. And that brings up a big world map.
M key.
M. Yep, M for map.
Okay, so that's one. I just sent you one. And you should have the second one momentarily.
Alright. Now, one moment, I do need to change my Twitch stream so that it's showing the right game. Okay. I'm actually glad that I learned this from, being completely idiotic and not knowing how to do it in a different stream. There we go. That's better. Okay. So yeah, now the reason...
Okay, technically 3, but...
Right, now the reason that I have my items sorted in such a bit of a weird way here is because I actually have them in, 3 different groups. So basically I end up banking 3 times, and I just load this same preset every time. So...
okay.
Presets are an awesome new feature that they added a while back. I'm not sure when. They had it before I first came back to the game back in 2017. So, but anyways, I just use this farming preset here, and it has everything I need. It has all my Master Farmer outfit. It has my Grace of the Elves and Brooch of the Gods, which for this particular instance I'm actually going to remove while I'm doing the herbing part, just because it would be very bad if I got PK'd and lost them. because those are particularly expensive items, in case you don't already know. And yeah, so we basically have that. I have all of the teleports I need to get close to particular locations. And yeah, that's why, you know, it just makes it a lot easier for me. So like,
so the first thing you'll want is me to do Big Arms, Big Adventure.
Yep. Yeah, and oof, I still have that marker that I put on my map there. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Boop, there we go. That was being a little annoying on my mini-map. Alright. But yeah, the reason that I like having my farming preset like this is because it makes it super easy. I just load the preset either by pressing the hotkey, which would be Control-4 or F4, that's usually what I do, or just by clicking this button down here. And it automatically loads the correct equipment and items in my inventory. And then from there, I can just go to the bank again and deposit whatever I don't need for whatever trip I'm about to do. I have the items kind of sorted in a particular way, though I am doing things a little bit differently than the last time I sorted, so they're not exactly sorted perfectly, but whatever. Now this item right here, this attuned crystal teleport seed, is amazing. Absolutely amazing for farming runs. It gives you access to a whole bunch of very incredible teleports, including one that gets you right next to a grand tree, about as close or even closer than the Grand Exchange teleport from a Ring of Wealth gets you to the grand tree here in Varric's Grand Exchange. So yeah, Danny, do you have any herb seeds in your inventory? Oh, sorry, I'm going to be eating here as well, just because I haven't gotten to eat dinner yet. Danny, did you hear me? Yeah, if you're saying something right now, I can't hear you, unfortunately.
Alright, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, so technical malfunctions there.
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah, no, I don't have any seeds for herb seeds.
Okay, yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and give you a couple then, so that you can go ahead and do some farming kind of with me here.
Yeah, okay, just for reference sake.
Yep. Actually, you know what? I'm basically going to give you almost my entire kit, including the Juju farming potion dose.
What?
So, let me just see here. What can you farm as far as mushrooms and cacti goes? Okay, you can farm cactuses, so that'll be helpful. And you can farm bitter caps, but you can't do morchellas yet at your level. Yeah. Okay. Well, you can't farm some of the things I'd like to farm, but you can definitely farm the herbs. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you some toad flax and bloodweed seed.
Okay.
I'm only going to give you 4 of my bloodweed seeds here because you can only get to, I think, 4 of the 6 patches.
Okay.
With the amount of quests that you've done. I assume you haven't done Plague's End.
Actually, I think I have done Plague's End.
Right, now,
That sounds familiar. Let me double check.
Do you have super compost, by the way, while you're checking that?
Yeah, super compost, yeah, should be with that one farming gnome dude that hangs around all the patches.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, the tool leprechaun holding on to your stuff makes things a lot easier.
Oh, he's a leprechaun. Sorry. That sounds offensive.
I mean, he is what he is. Alright, now, let's see. Is your summoning level... Actually, you won't need summoning level... you won't need to summon a giant ant for what we're working on here. Let's see. Is your summoning level high enough for giant ants? Oh yeah, a big, huge quality of life change that they pretty much just made. They have a super convenient wiki button here. You just click it, type whatever you're looking for, hit enter, and bam, brings up a web page on the RuneScape wiki for it. It's very nice. Let's see, giant ant. What summoning level do you need for that? Summoning level 78. Ooh, yeah, that is a little bit higher than what you've got there. That's alright, though. That's mostly for once you have access to farming coconuts and papayas and that sort of thing.
Okay, okay. So, what city was Plague's End took place in?
Plague's End is the one that you do to get access to Pripthinas.
That's the elf place, right?
Yeah, the big elf city over here.
Oh god, where you have to go for the underground passage. Holy Nikes.
Yeah, I think you need, like, level 80s skills and a couple things to be able to do that. I haven't gone through all of your quests that you haven't done here yet, but, let's see.
Ooh, wait a minute. Wait, Plague's End, or was it Plague City?
It's Plague's End.
Okay, maybe I have done that. I did Plague City, hold on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of the higher difficulty quests, so... Let's see here. Here it is. Yeah, it's considered a Grandmaster quest.
Okay, then definitely I did not.
Oh yeah, it needs 75s in a lot of things.
Yeah, agility, construction, crafting, engineering, herbalism. Oh my god, I don't have that.
Yep, yeah, you would not have been able to do that. Okay, so you'd only have access to 4 of the farming patches. That's fine. We can work with that. Well, 5 of them, technically, counting the wilderness one for the bloodweed. Alright. Okay. So, I forget, did you say that you do or do not have a wilderness sword? In case you're not sure...
I do not have a wilderness sword.
Alright, well, to get access to that, the easiest way to do so is to go to your Achievements tab, which you can access by clicking this, and then go to here, and you're going to go to Area Tasks, and I'm going to have to hit Show Completed, because I've done all of them. And you're going to scroll down until you can see the Wilderness stuff. And what level...
I'm sorry, I got distracted by my cat. You're going to have to repeat yourself.
Oh, sorry. That's alright. So yeah, you're going to click this icon here to bring up your achievement, or your hero tab. And then you're going to go to your Achievements tab. And what you're looking for is Area Tasks. And then, what level Wilderness Sword do you need for it? Okay, it's just Wilderness level Sword 1 that gives you free teleports to Edgeville and the Herb Patch. So, for now, I wouldn't recommend dealing with the Herb Patch just because it is pretty dangerous to have to run all the way to there from... I imagine the closest teleport you'd have would be this, the Wilderness Volcano. And the Wilderness Herb Patch is way the heck up here. So, yeah, it's kind of dangerous, kind of high-level wilderness area there. I think that's like level 35 wilderness. So, very easy for people to be within level range to be able to attack you.
Yeah.
So, in that case, all you'd really want to do is you'd want to, farm the herb patches that are at each of the 4 allotment patches. So you've got one over here, over by the Ectofuntus. You might already have an alternative. Oh, What farming level is he? Let's see. He is farming level 65. My farming level is 113. I've been at this a lot longer than he has.
Heck of a lot longer.
Yeah. So, anyways, for now, just put away the stuff that I'm not going to need. So I am going to do my full farming run, but I'm going to help you get started here, Danny, and then I'm going to do my full farming run just so you can see what it is that I like to do for it. So yeah,
okay.
You'd have an allotment patch over here by the Ectofuntus. That's a great teleport to get there if you have completed the quests to get the, where is it, the Ectofile. This is a great way to get there.
Sounds familiar, gotta find it.
I happen to have the, what's it, the augmented farmer's
I do
hat.
have the Ectofile.
Yeah, I will show him player-owned farms as well as soon as I'm done showing him what I like to do for farming trips here, Vorzo. Yeah, player-owned farms are incredibly good experience. They are so good, and I'll even give you a couple free, free animals to get you started there as well once we get to it.
Okay.
So yeah, Ectophile gets you really close to this farming spot, and then there's a spot over here. Now, this is why I asked if you have the Explorer's Ring, because that gives you free teleports to a cabbage patch, which is just barely south of it. Like, that teleport brings you right here, and the herb patch is right here. So it's perfect for that. And then
I can just teleport to Palmer.
Yep. Now, there's also a teleport up here in Catherby. Now, have you unlocked all of the lodestones for the home teleport network?
That does not sound familiar, so no.
Alright. So, if you press the T button, or if you click this button up here, the home teleport icon, it will bring up the lodestone network menu, and you'll be able to see everything. Right, now, have you unlocked the lodestone for Catherby, specifically?
No. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, while I'm going ahead and going over this, you might want to go ahead and head over there and unlock that. I think that's probably the easiest way for you to get there. In my case, I happen to have the modified...
I do have Talvery. I do have Talvery, so I could probably just walk there.
Okay, yeah, if you have the Taverley teleport, that'll get you pretty close. Just make your way from Taverley to Catherby, however you'd like to get there. I think there's an underground route here that just takes you right over to Catherby. I think it's actually you want to go just north of the lodestone to go underground here.
Yeah.
And then from there, come up out and make your way to Catherby.
Okay.
Alright, so we've covered the Falador patch, the Mauritania patch, and the Catherby patch. And now the fourth patch is over here at the Manor Farm. And this...
Manor
boy.
Farm. Yeah, that I remember.
Okay, so it's been expanded a good deal since the last time you played, because now we have player-owned farms, which I'll get into in a little bit here once I've gone ahead and done a farming route. But yeah, anyways, here is the herb patch for the Manor Farm.
I might have crashed.
You might have crashed? Okay. That's fine. Just go ahead and take your time getting back into it. So yeah, the Manor Farm patch is located right here. Now, once you get access to it, you'll have another patch in Trollheim after you've done the My Arms Big Adventure quest. You're going to want to take teleport to... Okay, you want to teleport to Trollheim using 2 fire and 2 law runes. And you're going to want to walk to this little entrance here. And that takes you to... I believe it's the... Yeah, it's the lower level here. You come in here... Okay, it does not want to... It's not liking my map markers, but that's fine. So you're gonna come in here, and you're gonna walk down, you're gonna go up the ladder that's here. It'll be easy to see on the map. when I actually do my farming run. And that will bring you out right next to the herb patch. And I actually do this one first because there's a lot of running, and I like to use the Juju farming potion, which only lasts for 6 minutes, and you know, gives you a chance to get extra herbs. So, you know, making more money. But after that, there's also the wilderness patch, which I believe I already showed you. That's up here at like level 35 wilderness.
You said that was really dangerous. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing it until you have a wilderness sword, at least level 1. So you're going to want to focus on getting those wilderness level 1 tasks done so you can get that. That gives you a teleport directly to the herb patch, as well as a free unlimited use teleport to Edgeville, which is very useful. That can serve for...
I had something that did that already.
Yeah, well, that one is extremely useful. And you may also notice around the wilderness a bunch of little things like these. Now, I don't know if these were there when you last played, but you have like 5 or 6 of these, I think, spread throughout the wilderness.
God damn, crashed again.
Ooh. Yeah, maybe your computer can't handle...
I'm not going to get anywhere.
Maybe your computer can't handle running as many things at once as we're doing here. Uh-oh. But yeah, so these things teleport to each other throughout the wilderness. And at a certain level, let me just double check which one it is. At level... ... Ah, here we go. So at Wilderness Sword level 3, for which you need to do the hard wilderness tasks. Let me scroll down and take a look at them. For which you need to do the hard wilderness tasks. You get the ability to choose where you end up after you use one of those teleporters. I'll be showing that off once I get around to actually doing my farming run. Which I'll do in just a moment here, because I'm almost done showing you where the last of the herb patches is. Anyways, the 7th farming patch is in Prifddinas, and it doesn't actually show up on the RuneScape world map, so I'm just going to go ahead and teleport there so that I can show you where it is, because using the actual built-in game map is kind of annoying for showing what's considered to be dungeon locations. Alright. So, there's a patch in Prifddinas, and it's just right here, right next to the Kerwis location. So, yeah. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and do my farming run so that you can see what it is that I like to do.
Yeah, hold on. Double check.
Alright, now I like to summon my giant ent a little bit early, as well as activating my legendary Green Fingers aura. Which, now auras are something you can buy in the store for loyalty points, which you basically collect as long as you have, you just kind of collect them naturally over time, like every month, I think, that you're a member, you get some amount of loyalty points. And you use those to buy auras. And the legendary Green Fingers aura gives you 15% chance of increased crop yields from certain things. In particular, this is good for the herbs and the grapevines, especially. I don't know if it works on everything. I don't think that it works on, for example, collecting coconuts from fruit trees. But anyways, so I've gone ahead, got all my gear. I'm going to go ahead and store my super valuable stuff before we get started, though, because that just gives me a little bit of extra money if I get lucky enough to proc something nice. Right, so I start off with the Trollheim teleport. And I make my way down the cliff sides here. And this is actually a bit of a walk, even from the Trollheim teleport to the Trollheim farming patch. Let's see, can I get rid of the marker from here? No, I have to actually go to the map to get rid of it. Okay, let's just Make a marker here and get rid of it. There we go. Now the map marker's gone.
In case you want it, Cafferby. That's where I need.
Yep. Alright, so this is the...
wrong when I went the...
This is the entrance I was talking about to the troll dungeon that gets you up to the farming patch. Right, now, I think that when you left, Surge was not yet a thing yet, Danny. So every once in a while, you might see me just kind of zoom forward a bit. That's just me using the Surge ability. I have it on my hotbar here. And I'm very well aware that my hotbars are not optimized for anything. So I'm going to grab 7 super composts for 7 farming patches. And then I come over here, pop my... Oh, I actually don't have any summoning energy at the moment. That's fine. The giant ent doesn't do anything for the herbs, so it doesn't matter that I don't have the energy right now. So I pop my legendary green fingers, drink my Juju herbing potion, and then I have 6 minutes to collect all the herbs. Now, I've been farming toad flax and bloodweed seed. That's because back when I initially bought a whole bunch of seeds, toad flax was at the time the best seed to farm for money. That, I believe, has changed. I think spirit weed is the best now. But, I can't say for certain, and I am not going to stop and check while I'm in the middle of the wilderness. Okay. So yeah, this is the wilderness herb patch. Now this is the only farming patch that you can use to plant bloodweed, and bloodweed is really valuable. Each bloodweed sells for like 25k, and the seeds itself is worth almost 60k, so... Ooh, I even got lucky and got an extra seed there, nice. Now I have a whole bunch of bonuses from many things, including my farmer's outfit here, that will occasionally give me like extra seeds, or extra herbs themselves, etc. All sorts of nice little bonuses. Don't worry if you don't have that. Just, use all of the bonuses that you do have and get the best out of them that you can. Alright, so what I just did there was I used the teleporter in the wilderness to get down to a low enough level wilderness area that I could actually teleport out. In the wilderness, most teleports don't work at all if you're above wilderness level 20. There are some that work up to level 30 wilderness area, but you're at wilderness area 35, I think, with the farm patch there. Mm-hmm. So, it's a little too far in for you to be able to just teleport out. Alright, and then after that, I teleport to the manor farm. Now, once you unlock the Ardoon farm teleport from the Ardoon Cape, I'm not sure which rank of it you need, but anyways, once you get that, you can just add that to your hotbar. It's literally free teleport that you can cast whenever you want, whichever spellbook you have equipped, which is super convenient. Okay. And that brings you right next to this farming patch. So go ahead and farm there. Now, you don't have access to Priphthinus yet, but I like to use a crystal teleport seed like this to teleport me directly to the Kerwis area, which gets me right next to the herb patch here that I was telling you about. It also has a bush patch right next to it, which is very nice if you get high enough level that you have access to some of the more valuable bushes that you can farm. And with those, you don't need to use a seed every time, which is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and pick these seeds, or these lychees from this bush I've got here, just because I can. Alright, now that I've done those, I use my Master Farmer hat to teleport to Mauritania. Now, it's not the Master Farmer hat that lets me do this. It is the modified Farmer's hat, I believe, which the Master Farmer hat gains the effect of if you have it. Yeah. So that gives you up to 3 teleports to the Mauritania allotment patch a day, which is good because basically the length of the of the cooldowns for all of the farming that I do is about such that if you were to play RuneScape all day or just at the appropriate times in a day, you would be able to get 3 full farming runs in with all of the trimmings, all of the things that I like to do. Alright, so I just used my modified botanist mask. So here's the Catherby lodestone. It's like right next to it. It's just a little bit faster and cheaper in my case since I have fast lodestone teleports, which uses a tenth of a... God, what's the term for it? A tenth of a Viswax every time you want to use it. So, it is absolutely free for me to use the modified botanist mask, but it costs a little bit of money if I want to use the teleport to the lodestone to get there instantly.
Yeah, good. Okay, I am lost.
Yeah. Alright, so I have a fruit tree here as well in Catherby, and I like to put things there. Now, I'm going to use War's Retreat teleport. Normally, I use the Max Guild teleport, but not everyone has access to that. In fact, a lot of people don't. So I go to the bank at this point, reload my farming preset. And Danny, I'll go ahead and show you in a little bit how you can get access to some of these places like War's Retreat teleport. That is something you should be able to get access to immediately, and it's very nice to have. So, I'm going to go ahead and collect from my bushes now, because this second part of my farming run is kind of like the potpourri of the run, I guess you could say. I'm collecting mostly from my bushes as well as from my fruit trees. As you can see,
that's probably what I use. Camelot teleport.
Okay, yeah, as you can see, my my Juju farming potion just ran out. So I no longer get the additional herbs from herb patches, but I already got all my herbs, and I already planted a new set, so I'm ready for the next time. I'm just going to go ahead and use the 2 things I do with my clan Vexillum before. I know I'm over-teaching him. I'm just showing this for anyone who is happening to be watching who is able to do this. I also like to use that to get up to my crystal tree here, which is something that you need, I think, 99 farming to do. It's basically just free experience. And then from there, I use my Tyranwin Quiver to teleport me. The hotkey for it is 7. I do use a lot of hotkeys because I've gotten used to them. But anyways, you use the Tyranwin Quiver to teleport you right next to this mushroom patch. And I like to farm the Morchella mushrooms. Now, this next part, to get to the next mushroom patch, there's a couple ways of doing it. For me, I just use my Attuned Crystal Teleport Seed because I already have it to get me really close to a fairy ring. And then from there, I use that to go to the Mauritania Canopus point. And I just double check the code for that because I went through too quick as usual. Code for it is CKS. So that brings you right next to this patch. Now there are other faster ways to get next to the fairy rings, but I think all of those either have some sort of cost associated with them, or alternatively would just take up an extra space in my inventory, and I do like to have as much space in my inventory as possible when I'm doing this stuff. Alright, so now that I've got all my mushrooms, I'm going to go ahead and continue getting the rest of the bushes. So I use the Kandarin Monastery teleport, which you also get from the Ardun Cape, which is what we used for the Manor Farm teleport earlier. And that gets you right next to this bush. And I totally just went to the wrong place in within Priphthimus. That's fine. So I like to use the Kurwas teleport not only for the quick access to that herb patch, but also for access to the spirit tree that's right here. There's alternatives to this that are potentially usable for lower levels. The most accessible, I would say, is using a charge of the Ring of Wealth to get you right next to the Grand Exchange, and that will just let you basically immediately access the Grand Spirit Tree that's right next to there. And I think that's, basically always available. I also like to water this patch here because that handles my approval rating with the Managing Miscellanea minigame, which allows me to get more money over time, just naturally. Alright, so then you want to go to node number 2 of the Spirit Tree network, the Grand Tree itself, and collect from a fruit tree that you've planted there.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna have to watch this stream after you post it to figure out what the actual heck you're doing.
Yeah, well, it's okay. I can go over in a little bit more depth how you would go about, getting what you need for these. I went ahead and gave you some seeds now. You should be able to go ahead and farm at those 4 allotment patches that you were able to get. Once again, there's one going the wrong way. Anyways, node 1 in the Spirit Tree network is the Tree Gnome Village, and that gets you really close to this fruit tree, which I also have a coconut tree in. And I always like to note my produce at the tool leprechauns as soon as I'm done. Now, one thing that you can do if you have access to it and do not have a full master farming outfit. This only works if you don't have the master farming outfit, because the master farming outfit interferes by automatically cleaning all the herbs you get. But if you don't have the full master farmer's outfit, what you can do is you can actually get a herb bag from a minigame on Anachronia that lets you store a bunch of grimy herbs. I'm just going to go ahead, put it over here. Let's see, here's the bag I'm talking about, an herb bag here. That can hold up to 100 of each grimy herb, so if you're doing a farm run and you don't have the Master Farmer's outfit, I recommend bringing that with you if you can, if you have it. I'll show you the minigame that you have to do to get access to it in a bit. I don't know what level you need to be to do it off the top of my head, but I will look into it as we get to it. So now I'm doing the 2 cactus spots. I like to do those right after those particular fruit trees because they, the one in the Tree Gnome Village is really close to a glider, which takes you really close to that one in Alcarid. And I have a teleport to the Menifos VIP area on my Grace of the Elves. Don't worry about that. That is, that requires a lot of money to be able to afford to do. Though it is free every time once you've got it set up. Right, next, now that I've gotten the stuff from the, God, what's that?
Okay, so I did plant some toad flax.
Yeah, did you make sure to use super compost on each of the patches?
Yes, I did.
Good, good. Yeah, I might actually just do like a video where I just go over my farming route, not live, and just kind of talk over, everything I do, and just like post that to my channel, because I feel like doing a farming route is really easy a really easy way to get money. Anyhow, now we're going to go back to a spirit tree, and from there we're going to go. Now this one you have to have a pretty high level farming in order to be able to actually plant the spirit tree. But I'm going to go ahead and go to the spirit tree in Brimhaven. Alternatively, I think you can get a boat from Ardoon over here. It's a lot less convenient if you don't have access to that spirit tree, I gotta say. Or you can just teleport to the Karamja lodestone. That's like right a little bit south of here. I'll actually be able to see it because while I'm here, I like to get some rewards from one of these guys, Del Monte. He gives you some free stuff each day after you've done enough of the Karamja tasks. He just gave me 40 pineapples and cooking apples, which I like to sell later on. Yeah, here's the Karamja lodestone. That's the closest point if you don't have that spirit tree set up. Now, the last of the fruit trees, I believe, yeah, I've hit all the others, is here in the herblore habitat. Now, getting a teleport to here is kind of a pain. But, yeah, I have access to it, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. There we go. I actually probably didn't even need to note those because I'm moving on to the next step of my farming trip now. So yeah, I handled the bushes, the mushrooms, and the fruit trees there in that part. And now on to the third part. Now this part you need, I think, 96 farming to be able to do. And I store most of my stuff in my bank for this part. Now for this, you're going to want a combat bracelet. Use that to teleport to the Champions Guild, which is the shortcut number 2 with it. You hate farming, but player-owned farms is nice. Yeah, player-owned farms is very nice, very good for making money, just like the normal farming runs. But it's a lot less active. You don't actually have to go out and do stuff all the time to really benefit from it. So, and then from here, you go south. Now, these are the hop patches, and the grapevines are, I believe, the most profitable thing you can farm at the hops spots. However, you need a crazy high farming level for them. I think it's 90... what is it, 96? Oh, 95. Here it is. Grapevines. Yeah. So... Jeez. Okay. So... do that. And I like to use Ultra Compost here because the grapevine seeds are super expensive. And also because you get a little bit of an increased yield from them. Now, I'm using a plank box. Alternatively, you can store your planks with the tool leprechaun. And it's also very important that you get the order right when you're putting the super compost down, because otherwise it won't work and you'll have to tear your planks down. So you can store your planks with the leprechaun if you want, but the order is compost first, then planks, and then planting the seeds on top of the planks. Now, next spot, I'm going to go ahead and teleport to Sears Village, which the hotkey for the home teleport network is T, and then hotkey within there to go to Sears Village specifically is S. And that is the closest teleport I know of to this hops patch over here, where we're going to gather up a bunch more grapevines. There we go. And now that I've gathered from the last of the bush, fruit tree, and mushroom patches, I no longer actually benefit from having my giant ant out. So at this point, I could dismiss him, and in fact, up until a very recent change, I would have had to. But they very recently actually patched it so that you don't need to what's the word I'm looking for? You don't need to dismiss your familiars when you go onto Entrana, which is so nice. And that's not the right teleport. Now, I have my player-owned house in Prithanos, and within my player-owned house, I have a teleport to Now, the loadout for my player-owned house is terrible. Don't copy my setup for that, because it is not great. My teleports should be closer to my entrance portal, so should my altar, etc. But anyways, so you get to Yanil. One thing you can do if you are leveling, if you're raising certain pets that eat flies or other insects, is you can buy some from that lady in the shop there. That's actually something I started doing since I started doing ranch out of time farming, which is very similar to the player-owned farms. That's something that they released some point this year. I don't remember exactly when, because I was not actually active when that came out. But anyways, some of those dinosaurs do eat insects. You can buy 200 of them in a stack super easily just by coming here while you're doing an herb run. So once again, I'm going to withdraw 5 planks from my box. Again, you can always store planks with the tool Leprechaun and get them out from him if you're farming grapevines. And I also like to come by and get free sand from Bert. He gives you, I think, 120 sand a day if you've done some certain group of tasks. And now for this last one, I have the spirit tree set up for it, but the alternative teleport for this one would be the Port Sarim teleport, which in the Lodestone network is the hotkey P, and that gets you to this. And that gets you pretty close to the boats to Entrana. Right now, with this part, it's kind of annoying. So what I do is I unequip all of the things that they won't let me have on Entrana, and then I get right over here to this deposit box. I drop my seeds on the ground, then I just deposit everything from my inventory in there. It doesn't deposit what you have equipped, so I get to keep all of my Master Farmer outfit because this doesn't have any combat stats. And so from here, I just run over to this last hops patch, harvest my grapevines, and I'll be done. Now there are a couple other nodes, or a couple other farming spots that I could potentially add to my route, but I think some of them are kind of out of the way. For example, there's a cactus patch on Anachronia, the land out of time, which is kind of annoying to get to, because it's so far away from the Lodestone teleport to there, and it's also, like, the quickest way to get there is pretty involved. It involves setting up a teleportation totem in the right spot. Don't worry about that. It's all super complex to explain without going into how Anachronia works. But anyways, so yeah, that is how my farming run works, for the most part. Now, Danny, while I was doing that, did you go ahead and plant some of the toad flax I gave you at the 4 spots you had?
in Catherby.
Right. What about the one over by... Oh gosh, words are failing me. Over by the Ectofuntus? Alright.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I was activating lodestones in the meantime.
Oh, that's fine, yeah. Activating the lodestones is only something you only have to do once, and it gives you basically free reign to get almost anywhere in RuneScape pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so activate as many as you can. I think the Ardoon...
Yeah, I just did the Argenian.
Yeah, the Ardoon teleport lodestone is actually pretty close.
Ardoonian.
Yeah, the Ardoon lodestone is pretty close to where the Ardoon cloak teleports you. So that will actually work pretty well for just getting over to the manor farm. In fact.
Yeah, I do find it weird that some of the classic sound effects are here, but not all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they've definitely done a bit of an overhaul of the way that the sound works in the game. Since you last played. You know, a lot of updated soundtrack and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, while you're...
So, yeah, let me get to the patch in the ectofile.
Yeah, the Ectofuntus, yep. Yeah, to get to it from there, you just empty the ectofile, and then it's just a short
Yeah,
walk to the west.
Okay.
Now, you said you don't have an explorer's ring, if I recall correctly. The Port Serum teleport,
Yeah, I do not.
or the Draenor Lodestone teleport. Either one of these two will get you pretty close to it.
Yeah, where'd you say the patch was?
Which one, the Mauritania patch? It's going to be right up here.
I'm trying to find the patch here.
Well, let me go ahead and head over there. I'll see if I can find you and direct you in the right direction. Oh no, I'm lagging.
Yeah, hold on.
Why am I lagging? There we go. Ah, jeez. I hate when I surge to the wrong spot and it just kind of wastes my surge.
Okay, that's weird. So I got an achievement for passing through barrier, but not through passing it from the other side when I first went out.
Interesting. Right,
I mean, it makes sense.
well, I think I know where you're at, so I should be able to find you pretty handily just by using my ectofile.
Yeah. I forgot I need my ghost speak amulet in order to understand these people. I do want to recharge my ectofile on here.
The ectofile actually doesn't need to be recharged anymore. That was one of the nice what's the word I'm looking for? Quality of life changes
That's nice.
they made at some point. Yeah. At first they had changed it so that you automatically refilled it after you used it, which worked just fine. And there you are, I can see you now.
Hey.
Yep. But yeah,
Yeah,
now...
so
Yeah, now the ectofile just doesn't need to be refilled. So the farming patch in Mauritania that I was talking about is right over here. You gotta go outside of the pens there.
yeah, do not pet the zombie cows.
Yep. They will bite your hand off.
I gotta harvest the thing that, despite it being here for the better part of 8 years, is still fresh.
Yep. Yeah, now I'm...
Okay, so the inventory thing. How do I deal with that? Or I just have to run back to the bank?
Oh, your inventory's full? Click on... You might have to right-click and select Use on your herbs that you've been collecting, and click, then use them on the tool leprechaun.
Okay.
Yeah, he will note all of your produce for you.
So what's the command? Talk to?
Right-click on the herb, on the dirty herbs to select Use, and then use them on the tool leprechaun,
Yeah,
and he'll... Well, you don't have to clean them first. You can, if you use the dirty ones on the tool leprechaun...
Banknote.
Hmm?
Turns them into banknotes for you. Okay,
Yeah.
that's working.
Yeah. He turns them into banknotes so that you can stack them all up. There you go. Yeah, I'm not sure when they first added that, but it has been a while.
So how do you make ultra compost?
Ultra compost is made by using dragon manure, which you get by raising dragons in the player-owned farm.
jeez.
Yeah, and once they're old enough, they'll occasionally poop in their pens, and you can muck it up with a bucket. And then you can use that in one of the compost bins that you see all around, like here.
Yeah, I remember the compost bins.
Yeah, so basically, if you put 15 things of dragon manure into the compost bin, that's how you'll get ultra compost. In fact, I have ultra compost sitting in this bin right here.
Oh, well, I already planted the thing, so whoops.
I think you can still put super compost in, even if you just planted it, as long as it hasn't gone through a growth stage.
No, I put super I put for super compost.
Oh, you mean you wanted to use ultra compost?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Ultra compost is pretty expensive. Let me check. Yeah, it's worth 23.7k on the Grand Exchange. And that's for each one. Oh, another thing you can do to help you save inventory space while you're doing stuff is if you go to your settings. I have to remember which particular thing. I think it's skills and experience. Let's see. No, that's not it. Keep doing your thing and I'll find it. There's a particular thing in your settings that you can change that allows you to basically automatically just destroy the buckets or plant pots that are just super cheap anyways. Why can I not remember which tab that's in? It's because there's too many. Here it is. Okay, so in your settings, it's under interfaces and then inventory, and you can set it to automatically destroy certain things. Like...
Yeah, but what if I want to reuse the buckets?
Well, if you want to reuse the buckets, then you just don't tick that. I do that because it's...
Yeah, so I'm fine with how it is right now.
Yeah. I have it set to destroy them just because that allows me to do my farming runs super duper quick. I definitely would not recommend ticking this one because decanting potions, they stay noted anyways. So that's or maybe it means manually decanting, but maybe that's what, I don't know.
Alright, well I'm done here for now, so...
Alright. So, you've planted in the Catherby one and in the one here. I assume you haven't gotten to the Falador one yet? The one south of Falador?
The Falador one, no, but they're lickety-split.
Alright. Yeah, now you said you don't have the Explorer's Ring. Do you have access to either the Draenor or the Port Sarim teleport lodestones?
Darum... Check.
On the actual normal lodestone map, they'd be these two.
I don't have Port Sarim. I can't believe I don't have Port Sarim.
Well, I think...
Or Draenor, you said?
Yeah, Draenor Village.
I do have Draenor Village.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and... well, actually, I'll use my little slightly speedy freeway to get there. And I'll show you how to get that later, because that'll be very useful to you. Just having a free, always ready bank teleport, as well as, might I add, prayer, what's the word I'm looking for? Prayer altar and summoning point restorer. So yeah, you just kind of walk to the west from the Draenor Lodestone, and then walk north through the cabbage patch, and then you will see the herb patch that you're looking for.
Yeah, this is familiar now.
What's happening? Where are you at?
I'm just about to get to the Faldor forest or farming patch.
Okay. What was weird, though? Said something was weird.
Did I say something weird?
I thought you did.
No.
Oh yeah, I guess you could also just go over that side of the fence if you're coming from that way. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
And one thing that the Ent Familiar does, even if you're not using him for the extra coconuts or bush produce or whatever, is he does give you some free oak logs every once in a while. Very small amounts.
Yeah,
So
take my flesh, young one.
exactly. I've got 8 of them here.
Alright, so yeah, the other herb patch.
I think the last herb patch that you need is the one over by the manor farm, the one up here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's over. Yep, I remember.
Yep, so that's right next to the Ardoon lodestone. I believe you did get that on your way there. Now, what you're going to notice if you're looking at both your screen and my screen is that I'm going to have some stuff that you don't have. Like, I have a bunch of dragons in my pens, and spiders and stuff. That's fine. The area within the pens is instanced between each player. So I'll actually, if I were to step inside one of them by climbing...
The manor thing is Belladonia patch.
Oh, I think you're talking about the Draenor Manor. No, I'm talking about the Manor Farm, which is up by the Ardoon Lodestone.
Oh, the Ardoon Lodestone. Oh.
Yeah. I'll head right over next to it so I can see you when you show up.
Yeah, let me just hit the Port Sarum Lodestone while I'm here.
Yeah, you might as well, since you're so close to it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Maggie, yeah, she was the Halloween witch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she's actually part of a permanent quest now that lets you turn your cats purple.
Interesting. Yeah, I have the Hell Kitty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of pets. I actually think I goofed up on and accidentally released one recently. So while you're going ahead and doing your thing there, I'm gonna go ahead and pick that pet back up. There we go, that's the best cape for this. Now, I've done basically everything I can to get a whole bunch of free teleports all around RuneScape. It makes my life so much easier, because I can just go wherever the heck I want. Okay. Got my milk tooth creature. And I clicked the wrong teleport, but hey, it was a free teleport, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I remember this. You just went randomly walk into people's houses, murder them, and, be cool with that.
Yep. Stop! You violated the law! Oh, I miss Oblivion.
I am the law!
Alright, yeah, I've got all the stuff equipped that I need. That's a lie, I don't. What I need to grab, especially when I'm doing my farming, my manor farming, my pet produce collection is... There we go. Now that I've got my urn enhancer, they're worth a bit more.
Where the heck is this lodestone? Okay, there it is.
Yeah, it's
It's just a little far south. I got it.
Yep. And then you're going to want to head to the Ardoon Lodestone. And from there, I can...
That I will be doing right.
Yep. And then from there, you can get started on the player-owned farm. Now, you won't be able to get started with everything immediately, but I can get you a little bit of a boost to get you started.
Yeah, actually, after I hate to say this, but I think after we do the Ardonian farm, that I'm probably gonna have to sign off for the night. Unfortunately.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, I can always help you out with a little bit more later. Where are you going?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. I don't live here.
All right, come on over. I'll show you where the herb patch is first. So yeah, they really changed this area a whole bunch when they added the manor farm. And now this is the herb patch.
Yeah, I see that. So apparently, yeah, when I left the strawberries, one died and the other didn't.
Ooh. Well, one of them's been dead for 8 years, and the other's been ready to harvest for 8 years.
Alive for 8 years.
Yep.
That is a...
Alright, yeah, once you're done with your produce there, I want you to come over to the west side of this house here.
Okay. Alright. All planted.
Okay. While you're heading over there, I'm gonna pick out some free animals to give to you. Let's see. This one's male, and it has Studley, so that'll be helpful. Genetic inferiority is not ideal, but at least it does have 3 traits, including Studley. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to pick out a couple animals to give you for your farm to help you get started.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll have enough levels to be able to use some of these, so I might not give you some of them. Let me just check real quick. I'm actually going to check on the wiki, because it's a little quicker and easier for me to check. Okay. Now you have level 65, I think? Okay, so you can go as high as spiders. Okay. Do I have extra spiders lying? Yes. Okay. Well, I will also give you a couple of dragons, because that will make it really easy.
Okay, so west side of the farm, you said.
Yep. There you are. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to talk to this lady here, this Granny Potterington, and she'll get you started with the player-owned farm stuff. And that is basically the best way to raise your farming level in this day and age. Yeah, and let me know when you can trade, because I'd like to give you a couple animals to help you get started with your farming.
Okay, so I gotta bring a yak to her.
Oh, I think the yak for that is completely free. I think the guy for it is like standing around here somewhere. The layout for me is a bit different from you, just because I'm at a different point in the process. Speaking of, I have a free animal to pick out here. Oh darn. Well, And once you're done with that tutorial there, I'll go ahead and give you a couple animals
Jack
for
the
free.
Yak. And I think I crashed again.
Oh no.
Why must you be this way?
Well, since your farming level's only 65, no, I will hold off on giving you the dragons for now, because those would just take up space in your inventory. You probably don't have access to the storm barn. Yeah, and I don't know how many beans it costs. It's been so long since I purchased it. What's it?
Okay, I live again.
Yay!
Crashed again.
Buddy. That's not great.
And here's the thing, my laptop is like only a year old.
Well, I think the thing is that it's a laptop and you're both running RuneScape and watching the stream, right?
Actually, no, I closed the stream.
Oh, you closed the stream? Okay. Let's see, what was I looking for? Ah, yes, more buckets. I have a disastrously massive amount of buckets laying around in my bank. Because I just go through them pretty quick. They're so cheap to buy, though, it's honestly it's absolutely more worthwhile for me to just destroy buckets after I use them automatically through the settings, like I showed you earlier.
Yeah, the only thing I have open right now is RuneScape and Discord.
Yeah. Well, you can always try lowering your settings. That might help a little bit.
I have it on medium.
Well, I don't know what to tell you about that.
Yeah, I'll just tweak with the settings, but I'm getting tired and I got work in the morning, so let's try and finish this up quick.
Yeah, once you get back in, I'll go ahead and hand you a couple animals that'll help you get started with your farming a little bit quicker.
And black screen.
Oh no.
This is kind of ridiculous, honestly.
No, I do run...
Maybe if I reset Steam, maybe that...
Well, I guess while you're doing that, I'm just gonna get all of my extra animals that I'm gonna give to you and wait here for you. I'll just be standing right by Granny Potterington.
Let's try this.
Hey, there you are.
Okay, it's loading. Loading. Still got a black screen.
Now, to anyone who's watching my stream, they may notice a lot of my pets are in fact diseased. Frankly, I've just given up on feeding most of them. I only really bother feeding the ones that I actually, care about how often they breed. This particular pen here is just for me to level up my dragons, not actually for me to, what's the word I'm looking for? To breed them.
It's not working. I cannot get this to work.
That's frustrating. If you want, you can maybe try rebooting, and, I'll help you when you get back from that.
I guess I can get that shot. Alright, so, see you in about 5 minutes.
Yeah. I think that'll help. Okay, well, I guess for now it's just me. Until he gets back. Alright, so... I do like to raise at least some of my black dragons, for the sake of getting experience at this point. Although I do every so often end up getting a couple unchecked ones that I can just, did not mean to put that one in there. A couple unchecked ones that I can just sell for very low effort on the Grand Exchange. In fact, let's go ahead and do that while we're at it. I do like to just offer like a 1 gold off of the default price, just because it helps me to sell them quicker. Yeah, I'll sell the Zygomite too. I get so many of these doing my farming runs, it's crazy. And they sell almost as well as the dragons. Okay, what else do I have to sell? I actually have a tab here that's basically... This is basically dedicated to things that I, do for money. So that's why I've got a whole bunch of sandstone from the daily mining sandstone plots. I have all of the stuff I get from farming in here as well. Let's go ahead and sell some of these. Alright, almost a little over 3 million gold worth of toad flax, almost 2 million worth of bloodweed, nearly 1 million with morchella mushrooms, and a couple 100,000 with cactus spines. And you gotta keep in mind, it takes very little time to collect all of these each time you do a farming run. I mean, it's very short time. Now, one of the slightly annoying things about farming runs is that in order to actually get all of the value out of it, you do have to equip it real quick. You do actually have to process some of the stuff. So, just gonna take 14 of those. And I have my preset too as just kind of a preset that I do whatever with whenever. So I just kind of, whenever I need to make a new preset for something that's not going to be something I need to keep for a long time, I just use that. There we go.
That might be bad.
Alright, let me know if it's actually starting to work for you, and I'll head back down to the farm.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, black screen.
Oh boy. Are you sure it's not just loading and taking a really long time?
Might be. Here, I'll send you what my screen looks like.
Okay. Ah, yeah. I think I've actually had that happen to me, too. Just, like, wait a minute or two, see if it works.
Alright, I'll do that.
Oh, also, I
The other
noticed...
thing is,
I noticed you have a message there saying your daily festive Aura XP cap is reset. I don't know if you're aware of this, but in the month of December, there's an aura that you get for free that allows you to get 50% increase up to 50,000 extra experience. You know,
nice.
For, what is it, 30 minutes duration? Yeah, 30 minutes is the duration. And I'm not sure if it resets on the daily reset or you actually have to wait 23 and a half hours after using it to use it again. I think it's just a daily reset thing. But yeah, you can get to that through your aura menu, which is, you can see that on your worn equipment tab. Alright, did the game eventually load for you?
still hasn't loaded.
Try, like, rotating the camera, or maybe see if you can move a few steps by clicking on the minimap somewhere.
Yeah, no, I can't click anything.
Can you open the settings at all?
Nope. I can't even log out.
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty bad. Jeez. Wish I knew more.
And it's not saying that it's not responding. I opened my task manager and literally nothing else is running.
Well, unfortunately, I am not an IT guy. I'm a computer science guy. Pretty, important distinction there.
Yeah.
I'm not,
Alright, I'll maximize my efficiency by logging off Discord.
yeah.
You don't...
Go ahead and give that a try, and I will head back over to the farm, just see if I see you. You can message me in-game, whenever you want, of course. Well, I guess we're gonna keep an eye on my, my friend private messages over here. I like to keep my private messages over in, like, its own separate thing. Makes it pretty easy to see whenever someone messages me. So I don't end up, missing it if if I'm doing some stuff and get distracted. That said, I do occasionally miss things sometime, but it does make it a little easier to avoid having happen when I have them in their own separate window. Okay. Now we've got a few more grapes of Guthix as well. Go.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Okay, I just tried it now. Literally nothing else working in the background. Nothing. And here's the thing. I noticed something this time. I started with the music playing for a short bit. The music was playing for a short bit and then just immediately cut off.
Huh. Okay, that is really weird. To be honest, I think there's like some stuff going on in the back end with the Steam version of the game that might be making it run slower. I know that I had better results with how well the game ran, basically, before I switched to the Steam version.
Okay. So maybe it's that. Maybe it could be a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
I think that we're just going to call it for right now and give it another try later.
Alright. Yeah, that really sucks, but hey, go ahead and send me a message whenever you're online. There were a couple animals I wanted to give you for your player-owned farm to help you get started.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yep. Yeah, just send me a message whenever we're both online, or send me a message in the Discord if you're on and I'm not, because honestly, I play RuneScape pretty sporadically at this point. It does become a lot harder to find things to do when everything is at least level 99. Now, I do still have skills I can work on up to 120, and get benefits out of, but it's a bit more work.
Alright, well,
Okay.
good night to everyone, if you're still here.
Yep. I don't know if anyone is, yeah, it is, I don't think many people have come on to watch my streams, but hey, that's fine. I enjoy doing it even if there's nobody actually watching. Yeah, so, for anyone who is actually watching, these wines of Ceradomin, this is why you farm grapevines. Oh boy, they make so much money. I mean, the wines of Zamorak make a lot too, but wines of Ceradomin, this is from the same, like, number of farming trips. Like, I didn't sell off all my Zamorak ones and do a bunch of Ceradomin ones. No, this is all from the same number of farming trips for each of them. Actually, I have more Zamorak wines than Ceradomin wines. And, yeah. Since you're not able to actually get your game to work right now, I'm going to go ahead and leave the Discord chat.
I'm gonna do the same. Good night, everyone. Take care.
Yeah, good night, Danny.
Good night.
Alright. Yeah, so, like I said, these wines of Ceradomin sell for a lot of money. You do get less of them, but they sell for so much more. I believe they're used in making, what is it, Super Ceradomin brews? Let me just double check. Super Ceradomin brews. What level are they? Here they are. Yep, Ceradomin brew and wine of Ceradomin. That's at level 93. And those are really good healing per inventory space. Just like with the normal Ceradomin brews, which I have a couple of sitting in my bank. Instead of being 1,000 health in 4 doses, though, the Super Ceradomin brews are... Let me double check. Super Ceradomin brews are 1,300 life per dose. So that ends up being a total of 5,200 life points worth of healing in a single inventory spot. Which is pretty good. I think that's the second best healing now that Primal Feasts, I think they're called, or a thing. Yep. Yeah, Primal Feasts are crazy, have a total of 10,000 life points in a single inventory slot. But, whew, those are quite the beast. Alright. Sell off those wines of Gothics too. Now these don't make all that much money, but hey, it's... money is money. In fact, I've made more than 8 million gold just in this session alone. Alright. Well, I won the creative name contest lol. Thanks, Stinky Toaster, I appreciate that. Yeah. I actually... Well, I wasn't really the one who came up with it, though. I'm assuming you're referring to the name of my Twitch channel, Alcoholics Anonymous. And I actually got that name from an add-on for World of Warcraft, which I used to play a while back. And that particular add-on was called Alcoholics. Because it helped you keep track of, you know, your alts on many separate characters. But I felt it kind of really fit my persona, because I really enjoy playing multiple characters, or just playing characters with like multiple different like facets and builds to them and stuff. So that's how I ended up going with that name. Alright, I actually need to check my ranch out of time. I just recently got a couple of large dinosaurs to raise there. So, let's go ahead and... Excuse me. Let's go ahead and head up there and see what has changed with those particular dinosaurs. Oh yeah, if you're wondering, I've got a little milk-tooth creature that I'm raising right now. So that's the little guy that's been following me around. Okay. Looks like I got golden frog ready. Green frog. I should have... What I really should do is I should update my farming preset. It's been a hot minute since I did that, so I want to put the urn enhancer in there. I'm going to move these up. There we go. Now, since I've started doing my herbs first, I actually... jeez. I even had a blessing of the gods that I missed. Oops. Oh well. But yeah, since I do herbs first, I'm gonna go ahead and move my ant pouch up here. So this is like my first round set of items. This is my second round, this is my third round, and these two I just keep at all times. So let's go ahead and save that preset. There we go. Alright. Now, since I don't have, like, perfect frogs for breeding here, I like to just kind of go through and check. Okay, well, they're all... So I've only got one male, so Trevor's sticking around no matter what. But I have two choices here, really. Jovial and genetic instability, or enigmatic and genetic instability. I believe that jovial increases the animal's happiness. Yeah, and that means it'll be easier to get them to breed. And genetic instability, which they both have, gives me more likely to have multiple trait offspring, which is solid. Alright, so I'm going to take out this one. And then this one just had jovial, which is inferior to having two traits. There we go. That's right, I changed that to the salamander guy so I could sell the salamanders I've got. Let's just sell all of my salamanders here. Taking up too much space in the barn. And then I can switch Granny back to advertising for the frogs again. There we go. Sell all the salamanders. What did I get? Ooh. Looks like one of them was actually in egg form. Oh well, that's fine. They breed quickly enough that it doesn't really matter. Alright. How are my Spicati apterosaurs doing today? This one is adolescent. Okay. Well, I'll take that egg and move it over to this patch so that I have an extra slot open so that I can breed another one, but once that new one there that was an adolescent, yeah, once Lucinda here becomes an adult, I think I will take out Kate, because she has less useful traits. Well, less traits. None of these traits are actually useful. And so, yeah, but I'll want to keep these two for better odds at more trait children. Okay. Let's check on these guys too while I'm at it. Oh, I got an egg. Well, let's go ahead and remove the egg for now. I'll go ahead and put it in my storm barn. Okay. Yeah, there is a bit of a method to my madness, in case you're wondering. Okay, that looks good. So I basically have like a bit of a stop point here in this particular royal dragon. This royal dragon and everything to the left and above it is, well, I say to the left and above it, but anything that's above it or to the left of it is something that I am never going to sell. You'll notice that I have one of each type of Chinchompa that I'm not currently breeding, In both of my small pens in the normal farm, I have one of each of a carnivorous and a crystal chinchompa, because I think those two are the most valuable in terms of the the chinchompas that they give you for looting or from getting the produce from them. Where do I have the carnivorous? There we go. Yeah. So I've got a good number of these from just farming them over time. Let's see, what else have we got? Okay, I've also got a couple spiders. I think I just have these guys around just because, there's a bunch of different spider breeds. But unlike chinchompas, you can just kind of get whichever spider breeds you need by either changing the weather, changing which season it is on your farm with the seasonalizer, or just by getting lucky. So I don't really know that I need to keep these guys around. However, my gloom shrooms, my zygomites, these two I actually did get a pretty decent roll for breeding with them. I got them both with radiant, which gives, I believe, a 5%, or maybe it's 3%. I think it's 3%. 3% increased chance of getting shiny animals when they breed, so it's pretty solid. The only animal from the player-owned farm that I'm missing the shiny form of is the sacred yak. Everything else on the old player-owned farm, I do have, a fully filled breeding log for, and I even have the. Oh no, I'm lagging. There we go. And I even have the achievements for. Okay, still got show completed on. For where are they? You have a magical zygomite called Trevor with the loyal trait, and the lizard chicken called Malcolm with the chaotic trait. So I have no reason really to continue breeding zygomites or chickens, other than of course trying to make money or make beans with them. But I think spiders, when you're not feeding them, or even when you are feeding them, because feeding the zygomites is a big pain in the butt. Like, I do not have the time to go to the Ark every so often and gather up all those mushrooms. Oof. Let's go ahead and put these back in my storm barn. I had taken them out, but I'm actually going to move these guys up to the top left so that I know not to get rid of them. These dragons I'm not so worried about. But yeah, as I said, with my little sorting system here, I basically have at least one copy of every animal that you can only breed by having one of that animal in the breeding pair that makes the child. So that's why I have one of the green, blue, and red dragons on standby. I have one of each of these 5 chinchompas on standby. And then as for the rabbits, mushrooms, chickens, and cows, I actually do need to get a couple female cows. I keep these 2 around for when I want to go around and collect my my ultra compost, because they give a bit of a bonus to. I think it's, oh gosh, what is the rate? I think it's like 15%. Yeah, they give a little bonus to how much ultra compost you get when you're harvesting it from your compost bins. Perks. Where are the perks in this thing? That's not perks. Here we go. Yeah, with the male cows, you have a 1 in 5 chance not to deplete a compost bin when you collect from it, or a 1 in 3 chance not to deplete when you collect with 2 elder bowls in your large pens. So with a 1 in 3 chance, that'd be about a 33% increase to the amount of ultra compost that you get. And given how valuable they are, that's a pretty solid boost. Alright, well, since Danny is done for the night, I wasn't really planning on doing anything else other than helping him out a little bit. I did help him get started with the Lodestone network, and helped him a little bit with starting to make money from farming. But yeah, hopefully I might stream some RuneScape in the future too. I'm not sure. Kind of depends on if I end up, I don't know, finding something stream worthy in my daily RuneScape stuff. I mean, most of what I do in RuneScape is just doing daily stuff to make gold. I've been doing a pretty good job of that. I recently got the Essence of Finality, a crazy expensive amulet. I just, even more recently than that, finished up the Orthan Furnace Core and the Artificer's Measure, which each cost around like 12 to 14 million if you buy all the materials on the auction house, which is kind of crazy, but hey, they give some really nice buffs for their respective skills. Alright, well, anyways, this was a bit of an extra stream. Wanted to help out my friend Danny there, and I think we got him a good little bit of help. And yeah, so hey, if you want to see more stuff, I'm going to be streaming some Xenoblade Chronicles 2 this Friday at 7:30. Getting really close to the end of that game. We've got like probably only 1 or 2 streams until we reach the final boss. So it's pretty hyped. The story is really getting crazy in there right now. And hey, I hope to, if you came to the stream tonight, I hope to see you again in another stream sometime. Have a great night.